This is the 5 Minute Food Entrepreneur podcast number 7. Very excited today. We have an excellent guest. She is Keira from the Bare Lemon. I'm just going to add Keira now, so this thing might go quiet. And we should be back. So, the Bare Lemon is a Irish business. A lot of people in the Dublin area might know it. They are a high-end mobile bakery unit that operates in Griffith Park there on a Saturday. They have a very small menu of real, high-quality baked goods, from cookies to cakes and stuff. And yeah, I'm joined by Keira, the owner. She's really interesting, journey with the business. So we're going to get into that. They had a bricks and mortar store which they closed last year, so we're going to touch on that. And exciting plans for the future. So yeah, very excited to get chatting to Keira. She should be in any minute now if we don't have any technical issues. So on a side note, as we're waiting for Keira, she's going to be in any second. If anybody has any questions, drop them below, please. We are having issues with Keira. Let us try this again. Here we go. Keira should be joining now. In 3, 2, 1. Aha!
Hello.
There
Hey,
we go.
how's it going?
How are you, Keira? We've had a few technical
Good.
issues there. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened.
I don't know what happened, but yeah, we're here.
All
That's
good.
great.
That is the
Yeah.
main thing. How's life?
Good, all good. Just chilling and killing. Yep.
Very good.
Yep.
In Dublin?
In Dublin, yeah. I'm in Drumcondra in Dublin.
Very good. We're going to go straight into
Yeah,
it. This
let's
is
go.
the 5 Minute Food Entrepreneur podcast number 7.
Yeah.
Keira from Bare Lemon. Keira, let me start by asking you, give us, for those people that don't know you or your business, give us the kind of 30-second elevator pitch.
Oh my God, 30 seconds.
Mhm.
I am a vegan mobile bakery now. I used to own a bakery in Drumcondra. I specialize in vegan bakes that are delicious, and I've been going now 7 years in vegan baking. But yeah, specializing in vegan bakes.
Have we lost Keira? I think we just lost her. The power of live Instagram. Let me see. Jesus. We are, for anybody watching, any comments, leave them in. I'm going to try to get Keira back in. But it is Keira from the Bare Lemon. Let us see if we can get her back in. Here we go. We have her. She's coming back in through the power of Instagram Live. I'd like to say this is live television, but it's, not quite that important. And she's back.
I'm back. I don't know what happened.
Oh, good.
I don't know what happened.
It's all good. Carry on.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah. So specialize in vegan bakes with pastries, croissants, cinnamon rolls. I specialize in gluten-free treats as well. And yeah, now I used to have a bakery, and now I have a little mobile bakery.
deadly.
Yeah.
So tell me that, like, 7 years is a long time to within
Yeah.
the food business. If you look at the stats, right? You know
Yeah.
yourself, people
Yeah.
a lot of time come and go. What I'm always interested in, kind of like figuring out people's, like, this kind of saying, like, entrepreneurs are born, they're made, they're not born, or whatever.
Yeah.
People have different opinions. What's your view on that? Do you think you had kind of an entrepreneurial thing in you from early days, or?
Yeah, I think I loved creating, and just being my own person and maybe not having anyone kind of over me. But I think I always had it in me. I think there was just something there, a drive, a passion just to create. I have a background in fashion design, so that was my degree.
Okay.
So I think that really like transfers over into baking. Like, you're designing cakes, you're designing different flavors, and you're making and creating. And I always had a passion for baking, but just never really took it up until after college as a career. But I think, yeah, I always had it in me to just have that drive and that creative sort of streak just to do something.
Okay, and
Business.
starting
Yeah.
off the business then, um, as you said, 7 years
Yeah,
ago. Uh, I'm sure you've encountered all sorts of issues, and I'm
yeah,
sure still today you have all sorts of challenges. Every day is a
yeah.
challenge.
I
But
think it's like
is there any
constantly.
standout ones, Ciara, that kind of stand on your head?
Standout challenges. I think it's just changing with the times. Is like you had. I started off with maybe 2017, like when vegan treats weren't really a thing, and then I kind of made them a thing, and I got them into cafes. But then you have like X amount of cafes, and then all of a sudden like 5 cafes drop, and you're like, oh God, like where is that revenue going to come from? And then like you sort of doubt yourself, and should I do this, should I do that? And then getting into the bakery then, and then you have like a list, the like side like length of your arm of like things and jobs that you need to do, and like you have such big responsibilities, and yeah, it just goes on. I think you have to really adapt like with time and changes and people and like customers, and there's just there's so much to
Mm.
it over the
And
last 7 years. Yeah,
do you enjoy it?
I do. Yeah, I do. Like there's parts where you don't enjoy, like, and then there's parts where you do enjoy it. But I think it's like really about taking that rest when sometimes you hit burnout, or you're doubting yourself. I think it's just like a reset. Like you need to give yourself that chance just to reset and recalibrate and rethink. I think that's a lot of people and businesses facing now, are just trying to change your business plan to suit kind of the times we're in now.
Mm.
And like that's like just constantly changing. Like we're constantly evolving. Like it's a constant thing.
Yeah. Going back to uh, when you closed, so you had a physical
Yeah,
bricks and mortar bakery, and you closed it. And obviously, there was a
yeah.
bit of media around that at the time, and like a lot of media the last few years, right? Because there's so many places closing.
Mhm.
How difficult was that time for you?
Yeah, it was really hard because, like, at the end, like, I think it's like that realization that it's closing, and I knew that, and like, obviously, like, it was like the physical thing to close it, but I didn't think it really set in until maybe a few months after that it was actually gone, until I actually really unwinded and like closed the company and closed this and closed that, that I was like, oh, right, it's actually gone. And like, yeah, you doubt yourself. You sort of, have I failed, or like, what's next for me, or will I do this again, or there's so much like emotions going on, and like I never had a business partner, so it was like everything's on your shoulder, which is like a huge kind of thing to have. Like I've made amazing friends and family around me, but ultimately, like if you own a business, like it is on your shoulders. But yeah, it was super hard. I think it was like one of the toughest things I've ever done. But at that time, like it was either my mental health or the business, and I was like, okay, I just have to take it and close and just reset and rethink the times that we're in and what can I do.
Yeah, and like obviously it's so difficult. It's such a difficult trading economic
Yeah.
environment out there, right?
Hmm.
With all, especially I'm not especially in your line of work, the cost of ingredients are crazy expensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, I suppose is that like was that the biggest kind of factor in it? Was it just a
Yeah.
difficult?
I think like the cost of ingredients are going up, like, minimum wage is going up. There was like loads of things coming in with different payments for employees and different things, which I think like they should be brought in, but like it puts that awful pressure on a small business owner to give that to an employee. And then all the like rent was going up that year, and rates and things were just everything was going up, and it was just like much money was going through the business, but everything that was going through was going out, and there was nothing at the end. So like like you just had to really make it, like if you're not making money in business, like what are you doing?
True. And then you pivoted, the classic
Yeah.
word that we're all used to
Hmm.
a couple of years ago, to what you're doing now,
Yeah.
mobile unit. Really impressive mobile unit, should I say. I'm really interested in that, in kind
Yeah.
of street food side.
Hmm.
Uh, so tell me about the current model and the current setup.
Yeah, so the current model is like it's a little cargo bike, and I just do 1 day a week now, really, with the baking and the selling down in Griffith Park, and yeah, it's great. It's small. I always thought maybe like bigger was better, like 10 bare lemons, but then like when you actually go through it and you see like the amount of work that needs to be done, like maybe smaller is beautiful and it's simple, and I can just keep that ingredients, the high level ingredients in the baking for the customer, which I really want to do. And like when you expand a lot and a lot, you can't really do that. Well, you can, but like it's still very expensive. But yeah, I love it, and it's different. You can move around, you can get to different places easily. Like it's eco-friendly. So yeah, I sort of put my thinking caps on when I came back from travels and kind of thought about that idea, and I thought it's really cool.
Deadly. So
Great.
is expansion in the future for you at all, or is this the future, the one?
I think for the future now, it's this. Like, who knows if I might like invest into maybe another bike or another two bikes if things are going really well. But I'd love to like get into more content creation and travel, and that's something that I really wanted to do with the bakery, like create content around it. But it was just too much to do in the
Of
bakery. Like you
course,
couldn't
yeah.
have the time to do that. Um, so yeah, like it's a different take. Like I still like selling, but ultimately like I'd love to do content and selling, like a bit of both, and now I have actually the time to do it, so it's great.
Deadly exciting times.
Yeah.
I'll finish up on two more, Ciara, so we stick
Yeah.
to the timeline. What advice would you give to someone out there, young ambitious person that wants to start a food business? What advice would you give them?
Yeah, like I would say go for it, but really, really educate yourself on what you're getting into. Like a lot of people go into it with a passion, like passion will definitely get you so far. But at the end of the day, you are running a business. So like if you don't have a love for business and figures and money, and if you don't, that's okay. Like you get a partner to go in with you or something like that, and you could focus on the creativity. But I would definitely say go for it. Go for it, but educate yourself on what you need to do in these times to succeed. Yeah, just keep educating yourself.
Deadly. And I'll ask you, I hope I don't throw you with this one, a silly
Yeah,
last question, but if I gave you £1,000,000,
yeah.
a lot of dash,
Hmm.
what would you do with it?
God, I'd go on the nicest holiday you could ever imagine. I'd travel around the world and I'd never come home. I don't know. Definitely would travel with it, but yeah, just invested, like maybe a bit back in the business, but maybe into property or something like that. But yeah, but definitely first travel.
Deadly. Do you have a favorite restaurant in Dublin or food spot?
I love Milo's, a little local place in Drumcondra. It's a little cafe. They do the best oat iced latte in the city, I think. But they're
Deadly.
really good guys. Yeah,
Happy days. We could chat for another 25 minutes, but
we could.
as I said,
Yeah, yeah,
we have to live up to the name of the podcast. Uh,
yeah.
Final one for those that are interested in checking out your treats. Where can they find you?
So I'm in Griffith Park on Saturdays from 10:30 a.m. until sold out, and usually we sell out within maybe an hour and a half. But now I'm trying to go and try and move around. But keep an eye on the Instagram, and you'll see where I'm at. It'll be all in my stories.
Ciara, thanks a million for taking the time to
Great.
join me.
Thanks so
Pleasure.
much.
We'll chat to you
Thanks,
soon.
everyone. Bye.